Microbrew is this.
Yeah, this is it.
35-gallon kettles. 1 barrel of beer at a time. Attention to detail. Small batch. I'm Paul Gallant.
Taylor Gallant.
And we are Pidgin Town Brewing.
In New Orleans, we just haven't had a big beer scene as of yet, and it's really grown substantially lately.
Everybody wants to drink local, and you want to buy local, you want to support local.
We knew that there was a demand for it. We wanted to go after it. Even if the dream was just there.
It wasn't just about the beers, but maybe about doing something bigger than just us.
Yeah, exactly.
The Pidgin Town, the neighborhood, has a lot of history. As much history as any other neighborhood in New Orleans. Immigrants had come and settled in the neighborhood. People from France and Spain and Germany and Ireland and the Caribbean. And they had settled in this neighborhood, and they all spoke Pidgin English. And it became known as Pidgin Town.
And it didn't hurt that we were in the neighborhood.
It didn't hurt that we were in the neighborhood.
So that was another, and that was kind of where we started. It was only fitting.
It's got a nice sentiment, you know? People come together, you know, different people come together for a common cause. That's kind of what we're kind of all about. Brewing as brothers. It's not always easy.
No. We're different. We have our differences, but
we're lucky in that we have kind of a good checks and balances situation.
We've not only been brothers, but we've been friends for a long time, so it's easy to communicate even when you have differences.
Yeah, and we don't always agree, do we?
No.
Beer names.
Beer names. Yeah.
Beer names.
I mean, it's hard. It's also hard because it's just the two of us.
That's true.
We don't always have a third
If there was a
person.
third, if there was a tiebreaker,
off.
it might be easier.
Yeah. So sometimes we have challenges, but at least we can communicate. There's nobody's holding back.
It hasn't come to blows yet. Microbrewing versus macrobrewing. Microbrewing is of course attention to detail and brewing things that are complex and things you can sit and talk about. Whereas your Miller Lights and your banquet beers and your Bud Heavies, there's not much to them, but
there's no creativity to it.
But there's a place for it, you know. But if you want to sit down and talk about a beer, you know, Bud Heavy's not probably the beer you want to sit down and talk about. Yeah, and that's kind of what we strive for. It's like making people think about what they're drinking.
Like as you get older, you're not going to the bar to get wasted, you know? You're going to the bar to have a couple quality beers, you know? There's a difference. But not that I'm, aged that much, but I have 2 kids
You're
now,
aging yourself.
So I feel like there's a certain amount of, responsibility that I have to hold to myself that,
if you're going to drink a beer, if you're going to consume those calories, you may as well make it a good beer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun. It's a great hobby. There's a community wherever you live.
And then you can drink what you brew
at the end. Yeah, there's beer.
Which is the most rewarding part.
Yeah, you're drinking your
Especially
product.
if
It's like
it's
a
good.
chemistry experiment that you can get drunk on.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's amazing.
I'd like to thank
For
my
sure.
wife for putting up with me.
Thank our wives. God damn. My wife has had fermenters in the living room exploding
Yeah.
from time to time. It happens. It's a wrap.
All right.
It was good.
I hope, man.
It's gonna be cringeworthy, you know it is.
Yeah, I know.
But it's fine. It's whatever.